look at the tiny little white dots underneath the icon, because some of those don't really work for the. If you're playing in white, you can't actually see what tech level things are very easily. But anyway, here we are, game 2. We've got UD versus Team Grimplex. Grimplex here is running Aeon again. He's in the rock slot with the eco. In the mid slot, we've got the Wreck. He's playing Seraphim and he's queuing up his walk mid. And we can see that there's a bit less reclaim in the mid than there should be originally. And at the top in blue, playing Cybran this time, we've got Yu. He has changed his plan from last time.
Really? I hate that so much.
He has.
I hate that.
He was Seraphim last time. So on the rock slot for Team UD.
Like they hold on. They screwed up the settings, then they re-host, and then they pick different factions. Are you kidding me? That shouldn't even be allowed.
It's illegal. Well, they did it. Absolutely outrageous behavior. We're on Team UD. We've got UD. He's playing in UD pink. And he's on the rock slot, probably going air, we suspect. In the middle, last game's MVP, and already walking mid, it's Snowy 801. There we go.
I like how you keep calling it MVP. He played well for his rating, but I wouldn't call him the MVP then.
I think that, well, for me, like playing well for your rating, that makes you the MVP. But what's your definition? Do you run like you have to carry the whole game? Is that...
My definition is that the MVP is the most valuable player
for their rating. Well, we'll go with your one for this game. I picked Snowy last time.
That is MVP.
MVP for R. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the in the beach slot for Team UD, we've got FTX going in his customary white power UEF com, and he is walking mid.
Like, hold on a minute. Sorry, I need to say this. Did they watch the opening replay from the other team? Because last game, you went for a completely different BO and he wasn't walking mid, and now he's walking mid all of a sudden.
That is correct. Last game, FTX started walking mid, and then the game cancelled, but Yu was still in his base, and this time Yu has got a head start to the middle. The absolute drama of it.
Great. Well.
Although, since we're on a 1 minute delay, they could quite easily have just listened. But, a little bit naughty.
I mean, they shouldn't have. I mean, it's just. I mean, like maybe it didn't happen, but you know, if it did, then it's pretty fucking lame to do that.
Or maybe Yu just doesn't have a plan and he just freestyles what he does every time.
It's Yu. He played 3,000 Seton's games. I don't think that's the case.
I don't know what this big yellow ball is here. What is this big yellow ball in the middle of the map? For me, yeah, I have a giant yellow ball in the middle of the map and I don't know what that is. But Snowy gets to the middle of the map. He beats the Wreck there very slightly and decides to start shooting him immediately. There's just pure alpha energy there in that UEF com. Look how thick his thighs are.
Why are both of them not reclaiming?
Reclaim is for the weak. Real men just get there and start shooting.
This? What am I looking at? Snowy!
Snowy, get the reclaim, my man!
I mean, funnily enough, he doesn't need the mass.
What's he doing?
Does he... Okay, there's some labs. Okay, let's focus on the game, actually. Let me focus on the game.
You focus on the game. I will move the camera.
Is he just gonna focus down the ACU? Honestly, that would be...
That would be amazing.
That would be quite forehead.
I don't know if it's like the best strategy or the worst, but obviously the Salems can be reclaimed from in the water, so...
Like, the Wreck is actually already leaving. Snowy should at least follow him if he plans to... He's still idle.
Snowy, your gun range. No, Snowy, please.
I retract the MVP statement.
Poor Snowy.
That was a big fuck up.
That's a lot of mass.
There's actually some strategy. Oh, by the way, look at the back. There's inties from you trying to snipe UD's transport.
Where's UD's transport?
In the airplace.
Oh, he transported backwards. I'm just completely not used to looking at someone transporting to the
Yeah.
airbase. It didn't even start in my brain to think to look at the airbase for the transport. I was like looking at both the islands like a complete idiot.
Yeah. Anyway, like trading ECU HP for enemy ECU at the start, it can be some sort of a viable move because Snowy had he didn't need, he had enough mass, so he didn't need more mass. So basically, if he can do enough damage to the wreck, and then FTX and you show up, but basically they have too much HP in comparison. Like they have less total mass reclaims, but it takes time to translate that into unit spam. So they basically could try to win the rest of the mid reclaim and force the enemy to suicide lots of units, which is kind of what's going on now. However, there's quite a bit more units from the wreck coming out than from Snowy, and this is why I was surprised when FTX wasn't put on the mid slot, because like I said, like mid is if you're not used to playing sentence mid, it can be, well, it's not tricky to play, but to do it properly,
the wreck can be control K'd here. He's down under 2,000 hit points. And Snowy bombs him!
Wow, dude. The thing is, wait, they're gonna do a 1v1. They're planning for a 1v1.
Yeah, okay.
FTX is gonna trade.
This is gonna trade as well in a second. The big brain strategy. 5 minutes in, 2 players gone, and it's now a 1v1.
Hey, after their why the pause, by the way?
I don't know. That's a naughty pause. That's a strategic pause for BalanceSlave has all the bases.
After the Torp bomber snipe from last game. Why the pause?
This should not be allowed to pause. Where's Rowie?
I mean, Grimplex can unpause if he wants. The thing is, both of them inherited everything, so Grimplex is probably queuing up orders. I think once they unpause, we can see the queued up orders.
But UD doesn't have the bases. UD still is missing a base.
So it's actually in Grimplex's benefit that it's paused right now, even though UD paused. No new orders.
No spam orders.
For neither of them.
So honorable.
I'm not sure what the pause was about though.
It's probably rage.
No, UD paused, dudes.
So BalanceSlave got to his island way quicker than UD. He already has control of it. UD is still moving his transport, so.
Yeah, but you have to keep in mind that UD, like you, was rushing UD's with air, so that's why he got quicker to his island. But there's a big chance that like U has 3 tech 2 maxes, while FTX slots has 4. So that's like some trade-off that has to be made. There's a transport coming from Grimplex.
An island steal attempt here, but I think UD's patrolling inties here will catch it.
It's gonna be close. It depends on the RNG of where the inties are at that specific moment. Because right now, like, they went to the completely wrong side. UD gave them a new patrol order at the worst possible time. Will you right-click it in time?
No.
Patrol inties are very strong. That will land.
No, it won't.
No, it didn't. Wow.
No landing.
Excuse me, but according to some people, the new transport drop time is OP. It lands too easily. I feel like this should have landed, but anyway, that's quite lucky that it didn't. So there's a tech to air HQ from UD in mid. For UEF, I'm wondering if he's going Janus spam.
He's also making anti-airs next to his T2 factory.
Yeah, there were some scouts, and this is gonna be a super chaotic game.
Excellent.
So there's like lots of danger, and some random anti-air will always be good. He made an anti-air at the bottom as well, right? And it's already got 50 mass killed, and there's some random ETs from Gimplex going there. So like they get their value. So what's important to note is that Team UD, or let's just call it UD versus Gimplex.
It is. It's a 1v1.
due to the mid engagements, because basically, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Rek got like 4k more mass reclaims, if not 5k, compared to Snowy, because Snowy was just shooting.
Yeah. It
And
hasn't made
went
that
into
much
extra
difference on the...
factories.
They're only 10 mass ahead in income, though. It's not that big.
That's true, but there's one unclaimed max left for Grimflex in the middle of everything.
It's a crime!
Reclaim for UD and Grimflex is very similar. UD is stalling mass and overflowing power now. Grimflex balance is a lot better at the moment.
It is going to be Janus, by the way.
It is going to be Janus. That's not the big surprise.
UD lost his energy storage, though. And he didn't rebuild it, so I'm not sure if he actually knows that he lost it.
Does that matter?
If he tries to do something and that requires a bit of overflow and then realizes he lost it, then it might.
But nah, he's queuing up 4 tech to Pigeons. He's gonna have more than enough.
Nothus versus Janus.
There's 5 Janus out on the map versus... Well, there's about 30 inties for Grimplex. I love how neither of them are developing their original rock point. It's rock starting point position. So UD has how much inties? UD only has 8, so he's going full Janus spam. But he only has the 1 factory. So currently, I'd say
UD's got 3 more factories on beach.
Oh, okay. Oh, true. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's got
Why
more.
are you... I love how when you try to circle it with the...
It didn't work at all, did it?
Slow.
It was awful.
You have to do it in slow motion, otherwise it doesn't work.
I tried to do that and failed miserably. There is some naval skirmishing with frigates in both ponds, but UD cleaned up the attempt to rush his navy yard on the bottom. And his attack on Grimplex at the top got cleaned up as well, so both ponds going to be heavily contested for a while, I think.
Yes. Let's see, there's actually even power income. I'm not sure if Grimplex just has that many more Tech 1 pigeons, because I only see 2 Tech 2 pigeons that he has, so UD is making a 4th, but UD is down on... So there's 15 Janus right now, and... still the same, UD's just not making inties. But there's 60 inties.
That's a lot of inties. What is the intie to Janus ratio for those of us who don't know it?
I don't know, but I don't think these are enough Janus. I think this is well, this is a good first turn from UD though.
Oh, it's absolutely savage.
That's insane.
He
might win this. He will win this now.
Oh wow.
I think like if Grimplex has good enough intel, it's still gonna be close. I think UD can still lose this. It depends on the micro. I think UD loses this.
Look at them both microing there. Look, full sweat mode. Love it. Tournament time.
Yeah, you see, even with that insane engagement, UD still loses it. Because, I mean, the thing is, when you have an overwhelming amount, Janus becomes stronger and stronger in high number, but in lower numbers, then it's quite bad.
There's also a 5k reclaim dump there for in BalanceSlave's favor. It's all
It's
Tech 1
also
tanks.
a big tank fight that was happening underneath. The thing with Janus is, like they, what is it, 2-shot inties I think, or something like that?
Is it 2?
I think it's 2. But like when you have like a lot of inties versus a lot of Janus, the higher numbers, the damage from the inties will be spread across the Janus, and you will leave tons of Janus on like middle HP, like yellow HP somewhere. But all the DPS from the Janus are still the same. Well, the inties lost a ton of DPS.
Yeah.
That's why the higher the numbers, the better it is for both Janus versus inties and for ASF versus Janus and ASF versus inties. But that's why also in low numbers ASF lose to inties, because you can just focus down that single ASF or those few ASF. And that's why, nice, I'm in UDPOV and the T3 Max from Grimplex was pinged, an accidental T3 Max wasn't right. There's so many Tech 1 Maxes left for both of them, so... Eco-wise,
Oh,
it's
the army getting
almost the
firebombed
same.
in the middle there.
I'd
Poor
say
tanks.
it's not a word to risk this for Yuji, although he gets some not as. The Intis were kind of out of position. Like, if he loses the Janus again, it's not worth killing the army.
He is still committing to the Janus spam. The only other kind of thing he's working on is this T3 land factory at the front that he has. It's upgrading, unassisted.
I think considering there's this much Inti spam from Grandplex, he kind of should commit to the Janus, because long term it's just gonna be a lot better than the Inti spam, because it's gonna be useful for so much longer.
Grimplex sticking with Nothers. I don't see any T3 upgrades for Grimplex. He is loading a Tech 2 transport with Arties though.
Yeah, RT drops are gonna be insanely strong here, and I'm surprised none of them did it yet.
Grimplex also has
Yudi,
T2 Navy in the bottom pond.
Like, Yudi has some scouts on patrol for intel. He actually sees the first RT drop. I'm surprised if oh yeah, he locks it. The thing is, RT drops are technically a lot weaker because you both teams have 2 spotters to just spot any drops. It's also why I'm surprised none of them have, especially Grimplex, doesn't have any like patrolling scouts anywhere. His vision is really bad, his intel. Well, Yudi at least has in the middle of the map a lot of Tech 1 scouts.
Grimplex is in danger of getting Navy locked at the top pond actually at the moment.
True. Let's see, how many torp launchers? Only 2?
Yeah, and they're getting focused. Actually, only 1. The second one didn't finish.
Oh, it barely didn't finish, yeah. I mean, at the top there's like 1.5 more, but that one also barely didn't finish. It's just sometimes, like, Yudi won't have like the attention to focus on this stuff, because, you know, he needs to do other things.
I mean, yeah.
So whether he will actually focus the right things to win it is not always the case, because the factories can tank a lot. What's more important though is that Yudi has been power stalling for a long time. Like, quite badly. Like, he's spending all his E and he's having 4k E income without a...
Imagine if he hadn't lost that E storage. Very sad.
Yes, there's 40 Janus at the moment, versus about 100 Intis plus 10 Notas, but soon, very soon, I think the Janus are enough to just crush the air fight.
Yeah.
I think sticking on Inti spam is not the right move here.
Yeah. But he probably doesn't know that. Yudi is committing to the Janus plan.
I mean, he does see the support factories, but just not having intel is the biggest issue. Like, in games like this, you need like 2 Tech 1 air factories on both sides. Like what Yudi did with the Tech 1 scout stream patrol over mid. You just need to do that above both ponds. And then every now and then, when you have enough of them, you send everything in with a big scout wing.
Grimplex is sending his Intis down. Oh, I thought they were going to miss the Janus, but the Janus are also coming back.
Yeah, I think Yuri could have actually gone for the power.
Yeah, he could have gone for the base then.
Instead of, yeah. The thing is, the Grimplex still has no idea where Yudi's air is. He is gonna rush the bottom navy with some Aeon destroyers. And Yudi actually does have a destroyer there, but it is a UEF, and he probably won't have great time to micro. Actually, he loses HQ to not as, I think.
I mean, the rest of the navy can focus it from here. It's really low.
Yudi needs to engage now. I think if he waits long, yeah, okay, this is
gonna
be a massive air win. The biggest surprise, I'd say, I think a big missed opportunity for Grimplex is to split his Notas in all different directions and just set them on max priority and kill maxes everywhere.
Yeah.
Because he kind of just let them die here. No UEFG, and the Janus killed the power from Grimplex. Don't tell me this is how it's gonna end. He contracates! Oh my god. Really?
Well, that makes it 1 apiece, right? 1 game each.
It does. It's this kind of... That was not how I expected this 1v1 on Setons to finish.
Not like this. Not like
Oh my
this.
god. There's so much more that this Grimplex could have done here.
Did Judy finish that
That's kind of-
T3? He was very close to finishing that T3 land, but he didn't really need it in the end.
I mean, it was in a, barely assisted, so
Yeah.
wow.
Grimplex's navy production area down here.
I feel like this game shouldn't have gone like this at all with the air. I mean, Yuri focusing on Janus only, but I'm so surprised that Gimplex didn't even try to rush T3 air and like set up like static flags.
Yeah. Is he... I mean, he does have floaty flags. Maybe he could have
Well, you don't
baited some
want
floaty
those.
flags over the navy.
Because with this high amount of Janus and the fact that it is a 20-kilometer map, you will have to invest so much in floating flag, then it's not really worth it. You just want to defend your key areas with some static flag and then rush T3 air. I'd say that the
Grimplex, why you no rush
response from
T3 air?
Gimplex was not. The thing is, Gimplex wanted to do his own aggression, and that's why it turned out like this. But he wasn't in the position to do so, at all. Like if he had like one cruiser, the thing is, a single cruiser versus this many Janus, you can't kill cruisers with Janus.
Yeah, that would have been savage.
They outrun the Janus, and you dodge them. So a single cruiser can kill like 40 Janus if they aren't ground fired.
No, it's on... he queued up 17 destroyers, and then 1 cruiser, and then 23 more destroyers. It's an
Nice.
excellent unit mix right there. So, the game decided by Snowy yet again.
That certainly was a cheesy game. Holy shit.
He just walked to mid, just started attacking the other ACU, and then blew himself up. What an absolute mad lad.